Hello everyone, Mr. V back here again, and I want to show you how to get started in your book and how this book works. Um, you'll see when you pull it up, it's a short version. I use this in different schools. It actually has level 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if you can see it on here on the photocopy here. It says contains levels 1, 2, and 3, or books 1, 2, and 3. This is just the first book of it, so that's why I called it the short version. But anyway, I have two of the same book open. As you can see, it's two of the same book open. And I did this on purpose, and you can actually do this too. You can open up two windows in your browser, go to your Google Drive after you save it, and then just open up two separate screens here. And there's a reason why I want to do this, and I'll show you in a second what my method is to this, why I'm doing this. So anyway, let's just concentrate on this left-hand side, or the right-hand side, it's the same. So we have three notes here, and we are using the high E string. And notice it's the open string. It's the one that's closest to the floor when you're playing, and it's the skinniest string. Okay, so that's open E. And notice over here where my mouse is on the left-hand side, it's open, and there's just this line right there, as well as it's on the top space of your staff. Then if you go to the next one, F, by the way, this little square grid thing is actually your guitar. It's your guitar right here, and it shows the nut, which is the white, and then it has the frets. Here's your first fret. I'm going to lean over so I can see it. The first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, and so on. And then it's on your strings. So what you see is when you look at where it says number 1 here, it's on the high E string. I'm going to put my first finger right here, and it's going to be right above the fret. I am not going to, let me turn my guitar so you can see a little better. There it is. I'm not going to go on the fret like this. This is going to make it sound bad. I'm not going to go below it. I'm going to go right here, right above it. Try not to have your fingers way up here either, because you're not making good contact with the fret with the string. So you're going to push the string right here. All right, so now you're going to play either with the pick or piccato. I'm going to do piccato because that's what I'm used to. And I'm just going to play my next note. All right, and then notice here that it is on the top line of your staff. Then your G is with finger 3, and notice there's the first fret, second fret, third fret, and so now there's your G3, and you can actually leave your first finger down if you want when you go from F to G, and there's your G. Okay, so that's how it's played. Now, the reason why I have two books open, by the way, here's some kind of photocopied pictures if you can kind of see what's going on. Okay, the reason why I have the book open is because if you look on the second page here, it says notation books version, short version. If I scroll this up, you will see that there's exercise number 1 here. There's exercise number 2, exercise number 3, and this is also on the left-hand side, 1, 2, and 3. And the reason why that is because about 5-6 years ago, I found out that my guitar students were struggling with just notation like you see on the left-hand side. So I took an app that I have on my iPad, and I actually rewrote all of the exercises. As you can see, E, F, G, F, E. Here it is again, E, F, G, F, E. I put in the names of all the notes so there's no mistake. And then it also includes the tab. So now look here, you have this top line here, which stands for the highest string. Remember, top line equals high string. Even though it's the string that's closest to the floor, and it's actually on the bottom of your guitar when you're sitting, but it's actually the highest string, which is kind of interesting concept to have the highest string be on the bottom of the guitar, but that's how it works. So you have a 0 here, and so you're just going to play it open, just 0. 0 frets with the left hand. And if you notice here, there's your E, and it's there. Here's a 1. So you're going to play your 1 finger, your first finger for right now. Whenever it says 1 on first fret, use your finger 1. It's called first position. Okay, so you're going to put first here, and that's your F, and you're going to press down. If you don't press your finger hard enough, it's going to sound like this. It doesn't sound very good. If you put your first finger on your fret right directly on it, again, it's going to have a thunky sound. You want to press right above that fret so you can get a good vibration from the fret all the way down to the bridge. Okay. Now the next note is your G, and it's a 3. So you're going to put this 3 over here. There's your G. Back to the 1, the F. And then back to open, 0, the E. When I say open, I mean open string, no fingers on the frets. And that's the same as seeing zeros on your fret. So now these are whole notes, so you're going to play them 4 counts. Let's play it together. Ready? 1, 2, ready, number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. And you're done. And the reason I know I'm done is because remember the double bar, the skinny and fat bar at the end? That means you're done. Now I know there's more music here, staff, but that's just the way my application did it, and we just ignore that. Now let's look at number 2. Notice number 2, the notes are here. The number 2, the notes are here again, but you also have the frets of the tablature. All right, so now these are half notes. Notice the body is hollow and there's a line, a stem. So each one gets 2 counts. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. And finally, the third one, notice these bodies of these notes are solid, they're filled in, and they are called quarter notes. So there's 4 of them. Each one gets 1 count, and that's why you have 4 of them per measure. So you have 4 of them. Ready? 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, off. All right, so that's how you use this book, and that's how you play it. So when I had a class in brick and mortar school, and I'd have the kids in front of me, they would have their music stands, and I would actually have them open up their book, and this would be on the left-hand side, this would be on the right-hand side, and they would always be just an open book together so you could compare. When you're digitally like we are on the online world, then you can simply open up 2 pages and do it that way. All right, so what you want to do now is practice your technique, practice your habits, get really good at what you're doing, your technique of your finger placement, your hand positions, all that stuff. Get those habits well established in a good way so that way you're not playing poorly and you have problems later. Practice this, get this really good, and I'll see you in the next one.